Welcome to a walkthrough demonstration of Gardening Guru, a student project by Allie Cope, Matthew Martin, and Alvern Woods. Our sponsor was facing a problem. He was tired of his garden looking a lot like this and needed some help managing things so that he could transform his garden into this. While Gardening Guru may not give you a green thumb, it'll improve your organization and allow you to manage your garden with ease. So let me introduce you to Gardening Guru. This is the landing page when you first open the app. We've already populated some data so you can see what it will look like when you are using it at a regular interval. Now, the first and most important thing to understand when you are planting a garden or planting any kind of plants is what your hardiness zone is. So the USDA has developed different hardiness zones to help you understand when to plant your plants and what plants do well in different climates. The hardiness zones are determined by your zip code. So the first step upon entering the app for a new user would be to come over here to set your zip code. This launches our zip code lookup page. So as you enter your zip code here, you can submit that, and this will access the hardiness zone designated for that zip code. You can see here that your zone is 9A. It has your latitude and longitude coordinates as well as the general temperature range for your area when it comes to cold hardiness. Now we can save this zone info to update that to our main page, or we can use this to reference different gardening zones that we may be interested in. So as we come back here, we can see that our hardiness zone has updated. Down here we have a list of our tasks. This is going to help us to know what things we should be doing. You can see here that my carrots that I planted back on December 18th are going to need to be thinned. And you can see here that at some point these carrots are also going to need to be harvested. But before we get into more about these tasks, let me show you how to add plants to your garden. Come down here and you can click this Edit Plants, which will bring you to the page to create your new plants. Now, initially, we wanted to allow our sponsor to add their own plants using the information on the back of seed packets, as well as access a list of plants that should be planted at various times based on the hardiness zone. We were able to locate a database that contained that information. However, it was proprietary and not something that we could access. If we were to develop a full functioning version of this app that would be out for main production, we would contract to pay for access to that database, which is currently held by Oregon State University. In the meantime, we have this ability here to add our plant. Now this can take all of the information off of the back of your seed packet or off of the tag that you would find in plants that you maybe are getting starts for. So we add the plant name, the sow depth, the seed spacing, the row spacing, the germination days, and the days till harvest. And then we have the ability to add any notes that we are currently interested in. We can also select a plant that we've already chosen. So for example, the carrot, and we can change any of these fields if we were to say get a different breed of carrot that has a different hardiness or planting information that we need to change. So we can edit this and update it, or we can remove the plant completely from our garden. So coming back to our main screen, after we've added our different plants, the next thing that we would want to do is to plant our garden. So when we plant our plants in our garden, we come down here into the Plant Garden activity. The Plant Garden activity works the same way as our Creating Plant activity. However, we have the ability to select the plants that we've already created to assign them to our planting. We can create new plants, create new plantings, load current plantings to edit, remove, or reset as well. The last area that I want to draw your attention to is in our reminders and tasks. These reminders will help our master gardener remember when it's time to thin, weed, harvest, or plant their plants. We can see the reminders here on the initial homepage, and we can also edit them in Edit Reminders or by clicking on the specific tasks. This lists our tasks again. We can click here, or we can edit here, and then enter or change any of the information. We can also mark our task as completed. Thank you for allowing us to show you what our hard work has brought forth in our Gardening Guru app. Some of the technical challenges that we faced in building this app related to the way that we stored information. We decided to avoid using a database and instead created a single garden object to store all of the user's information. We then set up methods that each time an activity was changed or loaded, the garden information would be updated so that we didn't lose any of our changes and that we always had the most accurate information. We feel confident in what we were able to accomplish after our major setback of losing access to information that we thought we would have. Our sponsor was thrilled with what we were able to accomplish and has great confidence that his garden will go much better this year. Thank you.